Hi everybody, today you're doing your acids and your bases lab. Now some of you in your materials did not get this little paper, so if you did not, I will be demonstrating how it looks here for you today, and then you can use this recording to fill out your data table accordingly, okay? So just fill it out as if you were me. So I'm going to be showing you how to use this paper, but I'm also going to be showing you how to use a pH meter, and this is something that we'll be putting into the liquid and measuring the exact pH that it reads. Okay, so here we go. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of this paper, a little bit, and then we're just going to dip it directly into the liquid here. We've got apple cider vinegar up first, and then I'm just gonna lay it here, and then you guys can record on your paper the color that you see. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my meter, okay? So I've turned on the meter, and I'm going to put it in a solution, and I'm gonna swirl it for a few seconds, and it will begin to give a reading. Okay. Now, can you see that reading? Hopefully you can. So you can record that on your paper and be thinking about, is this an acid or a base or a neutral? All right, next we're gonna move over to our filtered water. Now, this should be close to a 7 because it's filtered. Now, we just changed the water softener in our home, so it might affect it just a little bit. But there is the paper, and now we'll do the reading. Let's see. Okay. All right, now we're gonna go over to the shampoo. In with the paper. It's a very thick shampoo. Now my shampoo was pink originally, but if we watch this, we'll start to see it sort of deepen in color. Okay. And now we will use the meter on the shampoo. I'm gonna give this some time because it's a thick liquid. So I'm gonna let it kind of read on the meter for a minute. Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pause the camera so that I can rinse this off, and then we'll be back and do hand soap. All right, now we're back with the hand soap. So I'm gonna take my paper and dip it in. Now I've got yellow hand soap here, so the paper might be kind of hard to read. We're gonna leave it there and see if we can see the paper underneath the soap start to kind of darken or change colors a little bit. But while we're waiting on that, we'll go ahead and we'll take the reading with the meter. Okay, let's see. All right. Looks like we've got a reading of about 4 or so. All right, moving on to soft drink, I'm gonna take the paper and dip it in and leave that there for you. All right. And now we'll take the meter and put the meter in, swirl it around here for a few seconds, and then bring that up to show you. All right. Now we'll move on to the laundry detergent. paper. This is another very thick liquid. I've got blue laundry detergent, so we'll see if the paper really works, if we can see the correct color. Sometimes it might be a little bit hard to see. I know our yellow hand soap stayed pretty yellow, so we'll just make sure that we read this meter. Okay. All right, in we go with the meter in the detergent. Gonna give it a good swirl. Leave it in there for a little bit. All right. Now this says about a 6. Usually you see detergents that are a little bit higher on the pH. They tend to be more basic. This one is a weak, this says this would be a weak acid. And detergents tend to be a little bit more basic. So I'm going to go ahead and recalibrate my meter just to make sure that we're getting the right readings. All right, we're on to milk. I'm going to go ahead and get my paper, give it a good dip, and lay it there for you. Wait for it to dry. Okay, meter, turn that on, put it in there, give it a good swirl, wait a few seconds. We're at about a 5. Okay. Lastly, we've got lemon juice. Okay. Got our paper. Dip it in. Lay it there. That was an instant color change, okay? We'll take our meter. Give it a good swirl in the lemon juice. There we go. And let you read that. All right, so now we've got all our readings. Let's come back down here at the apple cider vinegar. Now that it's had a chance to dry, take a look at the color of the paper. It's turned kind of a peachish color. Okay, what does that tell you? Is it more acid, base, or neutral? When we come down here to the water, the little paper dried almost the same color as it started. So is that an acid, base, or neutral? When we come to the shampoo, yes, I had pink shampoo, but if you look at kind of the edge here where it's already started to dry, it looks like it is more on the reddish, pinkish side of things. What does that tell you about its acidity? Is it an acid, base, or neutral? Here we've got the hand soap. And again, yes, I had yellow hand soap and it's still kind of all over that end of the strip. But if you look on this edge, you can see where it's already started to dry. And it looks a little reddish in color. Okay, so this is telling me that my hand soap is what? Is it an acid, base, or neutral? Okay, when we come to the soft drink, this one's already completely dried. What is this? It's kind of a bluish in color, acid, base, neutral. Okay, then we've got the laundry detergent. Yes, I had blue laundry detergent, but look at where it dried. Did it have kind of a red tint to it? Or did it have more of a blue tint to it? Acid, base, neutral. What do we think? All right, now going to the milk. The milk completely dried on this already. I'm gonna get my head out of the way so you don't see a shadow. When you look at this, it looks almost slightly purplish in color, right? Part of it looks maybe like it might be a little bit red, but then I see a little bit of blue kind of on the end. So as a whole, this is probably dried, I would say, a little bit more red than blue. But what does that tell you about milk? Acid, base, or neutral? Then we've got the lemon juice, and the lemon juice quickly changed colors into this peachish, yellowish, orangish color. What does that tell us about our pH? Acid, base, or neutral? All right, you guys, fill in your lab table. First, tell me your hypothesis. So if you're watching this video, hopefully you've done your hypothesis already and you filled that in. Then work your way down that lab table, and then you can fill in what you saw on each of the strips, and then compare that to the pH that we read in the meter and tell me, is it an acid, base, or neutral? Okay? Make sure that you submit that assignment right back to the OMS for grading, and good luck, you guys.